The ego is the deal killer. The ego is like Newton's second law of motion, or maybe the third law of motion. For every action, there's an equal and opposite reaction. Every time you push on somebody with your ego, there is an equal and opposite push from them with their ego. This is why sales and persuasion and seduction is such a confrontational, low probability outcome event. Because every time you tell somebody what to do, they will instinctively push back with their idea of what they want to do. Even if what you're telling them what to do is exactly what they said they wanted, they will instinctively push back. This is a very deep and hard to understand concept for most people. But even if you're telling somebody what they told you they want, exactly what they want, but you're telling them what they should do to get what they want based on what they told you, their ego will push back, because we would rather push with our ego than get what we consciously want, because the ego is an unconscious driver, than accept something from somebody else. So how do you circumvent this process? How do you get around this ego battle when you're trying to tell somebody what to do when you know it's exactly what they want? Well, you set it up like this. First, you ask what they want. You turn off your ego directly or completely, and you ask what they want. You future pace their desires. You get them to imagine having their desires a year out, 2 years out, and you ask a question like, so, Mr. Customer or Mr. Target, if you imagine getting everything you want, and you imagine having this a year in the future, 2 years in the future, what are some unexpected drawbacks? Are those unexpected drawbacks deal breakers, or are they things you just need to deal with? How do you know this is what you want? I don't know what's inside your head. I don't know why you want what you want, but how do you know this is really what you want? And you get them to commit in the direction of what they want. Then you tell them how to get it, but you don't tell them. You put it underneath an ego reframing technique, an ego sidestepping technique. And you say, I don't know if this is relevant to you, Mr. Customer, because I don't know what's inside your brain. I don't know how you think about doing things. I don't know how you make decisions. But this might not be relevant to you, but other people have found that when you do XYZ, you get ABC. And XYZ is what you want them to do, and ABC is what they said they wanted to do. And so long as you match what ABC is exactly with what they said, the same exact phrases, they will much more likely do XYZ, because you're sidestepping the ego. You deliberately say, I don't know if this is relevant to you. I don't know if this makes sense to you. But other people that seem to be like you as much as I can understand you, when they do XYZ, they see how easy it is to get ABC. And ABC is exactly what you want. And then you kind of put yourself in the mindset of like, look, it's your decision. I don't care one way or the other. I don't care one way or the other. And this might not make sense to you, but other people who seem to be like you, as much as I can tell, when they do XYZ, they get ABC. Now, I don't know what your desire is for being able to become persuasive. Maybe you want to become persuasive. Maybe you want to become seductive. Maybe you want to make a lot of money in sales. So I don't know if this is relevant to you or not. But people that have learned this persuasion sequence and have applied it to their sales jobs have found easily why you can make twice as much money in half the time by simply asking questions and building up massive desire in your customers. Because these people have learned that when they sidestep their ego and they ask a certain sequence of questions from an ego-free standpoint, from a subordinate standpoint, these questions will create massive desire in the targets, and they can direct subconsciously and covertly those desires toward the product. And I don't know if this is relevant to you. I don't know why you're watching this video. I don't know why you clicked on this video. I don't know what you're thinking about right now. But some people have found that when they use this persuasion sequence, it's a lot easier to create unstoppable desire in their targets to get them to buy this product and make twice as much money in half the time. I don't know if this is relevant to you, but there's some links below that you can look at to see if maybe you can use these techniques to make a lot more money. Otherwise, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.